all about playing games to heal kids. From the screen to game nights. From tabletops to the third inning. Be a hero for kids. Join Extra Life today at extra-life.org.
Well, hey everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. I'm Captain Clean and this is Shalangela,
the wife.
The wifey. Captain Clean and Mrs. Clean. Hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to our weekly stream. This is the Justice League of Awesome. We came into existence on one humble day in 2011 to raise money for children's hospitals through gaming and playing and all kinds of fun stuff. So this is our 15-year anniversary. You see at the bottom left of that overlay, that's what it's about. You see 15. It's been 15 years since we've done this. So excited. We're going to come up with more plans this year to celebrate. We'll be fundraising all year, support Chalk Children's Hospital and other children's hospitals where other teammates of ours are located in the US of A and Canada, if you're feeling crazy. So, but we're doing something a little different tonight. We use the term play a little loosely here. Normally we're playing video games. Like
this play.
Yeah. So we've played games. We've even played music in the past, but we haven't played Lego on stream yet. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. I'm really excited. We didn't do too much. Like we have a lot of the setup already like done here in Casa de Souza, our home base here, the Hall of Justice. But we made some adjustments and we figured it works really well for Lego. So I'm excited about this. So Shelly, I would love to hear your perspective on what we're going to build tonight and a little bit of our history with Lord of the Rings.
Oh my. Okay. So
we'll start light.
Our history as a couple kind of starts with Lord of the Rings, honestly, because we met in college in fall of 2001.
That's right.
And for those of you who are Lord of the Rings fans, you know that the first movie came out in December of 2001. And Sean and I were just friends then. We very quickly became best friends, bonding over things like Transformers and our love of Weezer. And then it progressed to other things as well.
Yeah.
I had never seen Lord of the Rings or even really heard of it. And shocker, I also had never even seen like Star Wars or anything because, you know, like, I don't know, just growing up, you just watch what your parents watch, or at least that was me in the 90s and 2000s. And then this guy comes back from, you know, we were on Christmas break and your brother had taken you to see Lord of the Rings, and we were friends in college, but we only lived 25 miles from each other. And so over Christmas break, we saw each other, and you picked me up in your mom's minivan. And us and a few other friends who happened to live local went to go see this movie. And I had never really experienced fantasy of any kind and had a really hard time with even the characters' names. So like, in order to keep everybody straight, I had different names for them in my head. So Legolas was obviously Robin Hood.
Sure. He wore green.
Yeah.
Had a bow and arrow.
Yeah. Gimli was the short guy. But then there were also the hobbits. But it's just I fell in love. It was so good. And then
and to be fair, I hadn't read the books. I saw the movies were coming out. I saw Elijah Wood, like, hey, that's the kid from Bobby Fischer. No, maybe not. I don't know. There were other movies he was in as like a child actor. So it was like, hey, that's cool. Oh, Rudy's in it. Agent Smith from The Matrix is in it.
Yes. And Gandalf, I mean, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Magneto's in this movie. This is great.
Yeah.
So you're like thinking all of this, you know, putting all this together.
And Sala?
Who?
Isn't Gimli Sala? Or no, not the same guy.
Oh, Sala. Yeah, from Indiana Jones. Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
You're totally right. Yeah. And so he's in it. So it's like, okay, there's all these people I recognize in other movies, but I'm not too big on fantasy, like whatever. I saw Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves back in the day. You saw Robin Hood Men in Tights back in the day. But
two totally different movies.
yeah, but anything fantasy for us was really just Disney, like, or
Yeah.
animated films.
Mhm.
So that was just kind of it. So saw this movie with my brother, absolutely floored me. Fellowship of the Ring, the first Lord of the Rings movie, to this day is still my all-time favorite movie. My favorite of the trilogy, although Return of the King is pretty close.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Two Towers nowadays, but it's okay to be wrong. I'm just kidding. It's
I mean,
all amazing. The whole
right?
trilogy is
Like
great.
of the three, right? In our opinion, it is the least of the three. However, it stands far and above most movies that have ever been made.
Yeah, we just watched the Two Towers the other day.
Yeah, so
Holds
good.
up.
So good.
Totally holds up.
So good.
Yeah. So years later, I had grown up playing on Lego sets, building them. I had
Mhm.
enough sets over the years where I started building my own custom sets. I even took it to college with me. I was just like, this is it. But we were ahead of the curve in some ways. Because there was some stuff with games and Lego where some of our friends or roommates were just like, this is lame. Like, don't bring this, don't have
Mhm,
this. And it's
mhm.
like, hold on a second, it's pretty normal now, but 20 years ago, we were just ahead of the curve.
Heck yeah, we were. Like now people use it as like a mental health like
Yeah,
like way to decompress, right? And it's like takes care of your mental health kind of a thing. And we were doing that already in college. Like I always had coloring book and crayons in my dorm room.
sure.
And
Yeah,
we had Transformers and we had Legos and just different things to just play with and be creative with that like yeah, we were just always having fun.
for sure. And Lego has always been pretty solid, but you know what? Like when they started doing licensing, when they started with the Lego Star Wars sets and then all of the games, and then just license after license, like they would make the sets and then they would make the games. And sure enough, Lord of the Rings, big huge deal. Years
Mm.
later, still a huge deal. And they came up with the Rivendell set. And
Mhm.
Rivendell is like this cool elf town in the middle of a valley with like waterfalls. It's beautiful. It's always autumn there, apparently, and it's incredible. And it's a pivotal scene where all the different people on Middle Earth get together: the elves, the dwarves, the humans, the hobbits, all of them, and they decide we have to destroy this ring because spoilers: the Lord of the Rings is the bad guy, and there's one ring that he made that was better than all the others in the land, and the only way to stop him is to destroy this ring. So
We have the ring.
with the one ring, can you hold?
There are 3 versions of the One Ring
there.
because they're so tiny you could lose it.
Oh, this one.
This one. Oh boy. It's so tiny.
Here, I got you. I'm
Okay.
sitting closer to it.
Okay.
I underestimated how tiny this ring is. It's like a tic tac,
Tic tac. Maybe even like half the size of a tic tac.
but
Yeah.
don't eat it. Don't
No,
eat it.
don't eat it.
Don't
No.
eat it. Yes, there are 3 of them because it's so small and it's easy to lose. So
I did want to my nerd is going to show for a little minute. Is that okay?
yeah. That's what we're
Um,
here for.
Rivendell is not always autumn. Actually, it's
I thought you were gonna share some trivia. I was just kind of setting the scene, and you're like, actually, that's not. I'm sorry. Continue.
it's not always autumn. It is autumn because it is showcasing how the elves are at an end. And autumn is like the end of the year and they're beginning to die out and they're actually about on their way to head off into the Undying Lands. And so that's why Rivendell is actually in autumn.
But all the scenes occur in autumn
No, I mean,
when the leaves are dying, and then the elves are dying, and then it's just like,
but it's autumn year round there is my point because the elves are at their end. So Rivendell was in summer bloom for like a millennia and then went to autumn.
okay. But in the
As
context of just the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it is always autumn.
yes.
It wasn't always like that.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Which is interesting because we have all of these foresty pieces
Mm-hmm.
that are very autumn-esque.
Yes.
And the color palette of this set is amazing. So we're gonna hop over to it. So we thought you guys can see us as we're building, but we're also gonna switch over to the game view, which hopefully will give you guys a close-up of the set as we've been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're about ready to hop into this. I think we're about ready to get this going.
Hey now,
Yeah.
hear what I say now. Happiness is just around the corner.
Sounds good.
That's Shauner's favorite gift of all time.
We're gonna hop right into it.
Mhm.
Okay, and we're gonna get some fantasy music going, just to just get a little
Little mood.
backbeat.
Get a little mood.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so we've never done a Lego build on stream yet before, so if there are any things you guys have to suggest, how to make it look a little different, a little better, let us know. If you want the camera zoomed in a little bit more, we're gonna be moving the set around a bit because that's what the instructions tell us to do. So, well, hopefully we can showcase what you guys have, what you guys want to see. Hopefully you can see it like clearly enough. If not, we'll tinker with it. Okay. So you can see, we've got we've got a triple decker bus. We'll cover that later. That is not part of the set. So far, so Lego Rivendell is split into 3 parts. Okay, there are 3 sections to this whole building, set, scene, everything.
Mhm.
Okay, and the first one is the tower, and that's what we have set up kind of in the back. You see the white arches there, you see the stone statue people, and it's pretty incredible. And Frodo's there. Hey Frodo, what's going on, Mr. Frodo? And
Sam's over here with his pan.
Sam's over here with Sam with the pan. That's right, there he is. What's up, Sam? He's the gardener. So the tower, it's cut off a little bit, but you can see that there's some cool architecture to it. You've got a slanted roof. You've got all these things, very intricate roof
Yes.
tiles. That was fun. That's right. That's right, Adam. Sam is ready to cook breakfast at any moment.
Especially with his the best salt in the Shire that he's got with him at all times.
That's right. The special box of salt, Shire salt. That's right. And so that was the first part. First floor is,
Want me to turn him around?
hobbits are hanging out a little bit. Sure. And then second floor is Bilbo's study. So you can see Bilbo's got his back turned because he's looking out to the rest of Rivendell. And he has like the bed, and then he's got like his study, which is pretty rad. Uh-oh.
I knocked over a stone.
Again, Rivendell is in the autumn of its it's in survival mode. Lego eggs are over $12 a dozen. That's right.
Oh, seriously.
The exchange rate. Yeah, so you see there's kind of like a front facing facade, and then you flip it around, there's all these little scenes. There's even Easter eggs in this set, and a lot of bigger deluxe Lego sets where you can see it from the back, but there's also some of these premium Lego sets have Easter eggs that you would only ever notice if you were the one building it. And then you build around the Easter egg, and then sometimes sometimes it's meant to show off, and other times it's just for you.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we noticed one the other day here. So we finished the tower. That was part 1. It had its own instruction book.
Yeah, there's 3 books to this set. We have finished
Hardcover, baby.
1 book.
Yeah. Finished 1 book, and so we're nearing the end of the second book. This is trying to evoke the scene in the movie, but this is the gazebo with a bridge and a waterfall. This is where Aragorn and Arwen are making kissy faces.
Spoilers.
And what?
Spoilers.
Spoiler. Okay. All right. There's a guy and a girl, they like each other. Okay. Earth shattering, I know.
It's only been out for 20.
Exactly. And the book's only been for
Almost 100. He was writing it 100 years ago.
Oh my goodness, because it was after World War I, yeah? So
Mhm.
Adam says it's been 100 years. That's right. Okay. So we've got this cool scene here. Now, if you look through the archway, it's kind of hard to see from here. I'm going to try tilting it. But if you look down, you see there's like a little wheel there. Basically, this is like the forge. And the gazebo is going to be built on top of this open area. So again, it's like, would you even notice it if you hadn't built it? But kind of see like the scene in the back here. You've got the forge, you got the wheel, And then over there, you've got these very nice gray walls, the finest in elven architecture.
They are really nice, actually.
Yeah, they are. It's all great. I love this water feature here, like under the
Yes.
bridge. Just the way that they used pieces and stuff. Just very, very cool. Okay, so that's kind of the overview of what we have. We're gonna start building now.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. When we were building, like building organic things is so different than building a building where like they'll have you build the same thing just over and over and over again because it's not a building, right? Or it is a building. It's something that is man-made. Whereas like in this more organic one, like you're building something unique every single time, which is pretty neat. But then also like it messes with your mind of like, where does that go? What is that? Like, what are we building?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing that this bag 19 of
Bingo.
40 something had us build was this Lego woman. I thought it was going to be Legolas, but it's clearly a woman.
It is not.
So
Um,
it is a elven woman. that
Is
unnamed.
her? Are her pants on backwards?
Nope. No. Well, maybe. Would be weird for her pants, her legs to go the other way. Oh, maybe it's a train.
I think it's a train. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let me show you.
So otherwise, she'd have the world's biggest feet, and it just like stick out
I'm not there.
4 foot feet.
Okay, there we go. She's got a train, not really big feet. Okay, so
What,
that makes way more senses.
Now, see, this is interesting because every bag, almost every major bag, so there's 50 bags. Some of them are pretty big, some of them are smaller. But a lot of the bigger bags, each time you open one, it's instant gratification because there are 13 plus minifigures in this set.
Yeah.
And not all of them are named characters, and she's one of them. So I guess our first question as we get started is what should we name this elven maiden of the autumn that
That's so crazy because I was about to be like, well, let's give her. There aren't very many females that are named in Lord of the Rings, so I don't know of any. Galadriel? That's not right. She's not there.
no, I think we just make up a name for her.
Oh,
Something kind of like Arwen Evenstar. Like that's a very elven name, you know. So we could call her whatever we want. Something that sounds Tolkien-esque. Chat, if you have an idea of what to name an elf lady, just let us know.
she's blonde. So.
And she doesn't have 4 foot long feet. We confirm that. Her pants are on backwards.
Backwards pants.
Backwards pants. Okay.
Oopsies.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay, so I'm gathering pieces because that's what we like to do.
Yeah, we thought we'd get the first bag started because the bags are very crinkly. And so they make noise, but then our guinea pigs think that we're opening up like bags of lettuce and then they make more noise. So we thought let's start with opening up the first bag before we go live. And this is what we've got.
Yes. We did just feed them though, so they should be a little quieter.
Thank the Lord. Yeah.
I think they're in sleep mode right now.
Yeah, totally sleep mode. Okay. I'm gonna adjust something real quick.
Okay.
There we go. You guys can see a bit more of Shelly
Oh, hi guys.
if you're pouring over the booklet.
Okay.
So we're building.
We don't always know.
I think this is you guys can see like in kind of this not swampy area. Olama suggested Ellenway, Namari, or Galadriel. Namari? Namari sounds good. Galadriel was taken. Ellen Way is
like it.
hard to remember. Namari it is.
I think I just built like a forge. Yep.
Yeah, So okay, we built like the big old anvil. They're gonna reforge the sword, the shards of Narsil,
There you go.
into Anduril, the flame of the west, if you're keeping score. But yeah.
Wow, Shauner, look at you remembering all the names. Now, when was the last time you read the books?
College.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big time commitment. We've got things to do. We had to get married.
We did have to get married.
We had a lot going on.
We did. We did get married. That happened. Always a little hard to tell. It goes in front, I think. Oh, come back.
Namari, the 4-foot maiden.
With the 4-foot legs.
The 4-foot legged maiden. Okay.
All right.
Getting some pieces in there. Move these a bit. This is Gloin,
Gimli's dad.
Gimli's Baja. This a little bit so you guys can see. We'll rotate it back when we're actually working on it.
Okay, we need that crystal clear. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna use that piece.
Shout out to Stream Beats. They have like a fantasy lo-fi playlist, so that's what I've been playing on the background here. Been casual followers of Harris Heller and Senpai Gaming over the years. He's got great recommendations for stream tech, cameras, software, all this stuff. And then he created Stream Beats just for, commercial-free music that people could play on stream, and you wouldn't get any copyright strikes on Twitch, anything like that. Just music for the people. And a lot of different genres too. A lot of different playlists. Really good stuff.
I'm building a lantern.
Oh, right on. Okay, and that's going above the rocky outcroppings that you just finished.
Yes, and then we're gonna put this shovel and thingy in a barrel because that's necessary. We've got a shovel and who's that? A hammer?
Yeah. The hammer or like the elven mallet of
Bruce?
flattening.
Oh,
Truth. All of the above. And some really good character in this. There's so much detail
There we go.
in this.
Okay. So we added this and this.
Perfect. Okay, I created these two little mushroom toadstool looking things, and I'm gonna create a variant of that that just has one little round stud on top of it.
You're a stud.
Stud. Stud. Okay.
He's a handsome stud.
Stud.
Okay, so then. Do.
Adam, how is your night going, sir? Thanks for joining. Shout out to Nikki. Saw you watching on YouTube. If you guys want to chat, you're welcome to. If you just want to lurk, have this on in the background, you are also welcome to. It's a free country. More or less. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right.
Forest.
So we have this cool dynamic where we've worked on several Lego sets for a while over the last several years. But because we got a 2-page booklet, usually Shelly will sit on the left because with my hearing and everything, my good ear is my left ear, so I can hear her. She's on my left. She'll work on like the left page. I'll work on the right page, and sometimes we'll mix it up a little bit just to keep it organized. And so while one of us is working on one page, the other one will either help build things or build other pieces in advance on the other page, or we'll like organize, categorize all the pieces from each bag because there's so many pieces.
No kidding.
Organize them by color, type, all that. Adam, I hear ya. Not a lot of progress at work today. Well, you know what? Did you work yesterday? You mentioned in Discord that you might be working, or you did a little bit of work yesterday. I was off, and I was there today. We had a morning seminar at Chalk. Really, really good stuff. It was like a 3-hour thing, and there were a couple breaks in there, which I'm glad for. Yeah. So this was like the first day back in the office for all of us, and yeah, just trying to be productive.
It was not productive today.
More like setting up meetings for tomorrow, checking in with people, sending a few emails, bringing a couple of projects, making some progress on a few things, but nothing like huge home run, grand slammy stuff.
Those are important.
Yeah, that needs to happen too.
Yeah.
So hopefully, tomorrow I'll get back into the routine, kind of conquer the world. Ooh.
We're making a thing that is a thing. An unknown thing.
That's great. You could build something with, 2-3 dozen pieces, and it's just one little component. And that's kind of cool because they break it down and you're going page by page, and it's nice. You see the individual studs, and then it starts to come together, and you might not know what it is until it's time to actually put it in place.
Yes.
And then that's kind of the nice surprise of just like, oh, that's what I was building. Yeah.
You just have to trust the process.
Yeah.
And I sometimes miss steps, so I like to go back and make sure that my thing looks exactly like their thing.
That's one challenge of this set in particular, because it's organic shapes. It's a little harder to tell. There's every piece is intentionally placed, but some of them plants look rando. And
They do.
and they're not, but it's like, oh, there's a few pieces. Oh, I forgot about this fern. I forgot, there's a fern piece I found on the floor today. I'm like, where did this come from? Where was this supposed to go? We'll find out later. It's just there.
What is that?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at this piece. Oh, this guy?
That's a weirdo piece.
This bro.
This bro?
This bro. This piece.
This bro piece.
This bro, though.
Okay, so Shauna and I's relationship in college was these movies were sort of markers in time for our relationship.
Yeah, the first 3 movies came out, like you said, December of 01 was Fellowship, and then the next 2 years consecutively, 02 and 03 were the next few movies, and it was always during finals week.
Yep.
And our school always had Wednesdays, that middle day off, as a study day. And that was around the time that they started doing midnight Wednesday showings. I think maybe we went at least once on a Thursday night. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was totally I think we would go Tuesday night because it was actually at midnight. And so we're seeing these movies that were 3, 4, and 5 hours long. But then we always got to come back and rest on that Wednesday, which was great because we still had more finals to go on Thursday, which we were not studying on Wednesday. We were catching up on sleep from the night before. But
it all worked out. We graduated. We're here.
We did. We graduated really well.
We did.
But our that first year we were just friends. The second year we were dating, but we didn't call it that yet.
Yeah.
And then third year we were definitely dating.
Third year, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're making some kind of forest cannon laser Look at that.
Or maybe it's a tree.
A tree. Oh my goodness. I think you called it. I might do this piece because I've been chatting a lot and not doing much building, so I'm gonna.
That's absolutely fair. Does this help the angle with the light?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
great.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
I think Adam had a question in the chat.
What's the best Lego game? Harry Potter or something else? Oh, ooh. Okay.
It's a great question.
Okay. Well, of the ones we played Lego Marvel Avengers. We've played the Harry Potters. We've done the whole Skywalker saga, the originals, and then also the renew, which I liked the originals when it was like the original trilogies coming out at one because it had more detail to it than the one that came out with all 9 in one. Yeah, I think the Harry Potter ones are my favorite because that was before they added the voice acting, so it was just like this silliness to it that I really appreciated. But the first one we ever played was the prequel trilogy, and it was just so silly and ridiculous and a little bit janky, but in the best way. And I remember we were newly married and we were playing, and the scene where Anakin becomes Darth Vader, in that it was 2-player.
It was on the lava planet.
There we go, the
on
lava
Mustafar
planet.
as the climactic lightsaber duel.
Thank you. It's fun because like Star Wars stuff, you can fill in all of the details, and for Lord of the Rings, I can fill in all of those. I like that. Okay, so
Sure.
yeah, that's where it was, and it was Jar Jar and Obi-Wan, and I was Obi-Wan, and I'm just not a very good platformer. And back then, I was an even worse platformer because I was still becoming a video gamer in skill. And you had to like platform across these like little black things across the lava, and I kept accidentally putting Jar Jar into the lava, and he would make the funniest noises. And then after a while, because you're not penalized if you die.
Yeah, it's a Lego game, so you lose some studs, but even if you run out of studs, you just keep coming back.
Yeah, but we always had enough studs because that was like we collect everything.
Yeah.
So after a while, it had nothing to do with trying to get across the platforms and everything to do with what sounds can we make Jar Jar make when he goes into the lava.
Yeah,
And
I throw him in the
such
yeah.
a good time.
Yeah. He'd hop in there and he's like,
It was a little cathartic because nobody really liked Jar Jar either.
yeah, but he got better.
He did. Did he? He did.
Well, shouldn't say redemption. The actor, I mean, he got vilified for Jar Jar, and it wasn't his fault.
No, not his fault at all.
But then years later, he got to play an awesome Jedi character in, I think, the Obi-Wan Disney Plus series. He was the one that no, it was Mando.
Oh, okay.
I think he helped Grogu escape the temple
Oh my gosh, I remember that now.
during Order 66 or something, and you kind of tell it's him
He's got some
by his
crazy
voice
eyes.
a little bit, but
Yeah,
like no, totally different character. He was awesome.
he was.
He was
really
great.
cool.
I know that some, modern Disney-owned Star Wars, they just keep showing scenes and characters of Jedi who survived Order 66, and after a while, it's like, who didn't? Who didn't survive?
I know, right? Like that's not.
Yeah. Like on screen, it's almost like, oh, is this 50-50? Good odds for the Jedi.
Yeah.
All right, I will start on the right-hand page.
Okay.
There's some good stuff happening here.
Some ferns. These are. This tree is between the ferns.
Between two ferns.
Mm-hmm. Between 2 ferns.
What was I gonna say?
Making sure I didn't miss any random pieces there. Between 2 ferns.
So randomly, I finished Fallout New Vegas last night. It took a turn. The game was broken, and I couldn't quite finish it the way I wanted it to, but I did it, and I've been talking about it a little bit in Discord. So, yeah, Yeah, we have a retro games channel on our Discord server. So if you haven't joined yet, or if it's been a while, feel free to join in and hang out with us.
Hold on a second. Fallout New Vegas is considered a retro game?
I think Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii are like the newest console generation that's considered retro. It's fine. It's okay. It happens. It's like, yo, why are you playing 80s music on the oldies station? Okay, it happens.
The day that like
I'm sorry, Shelly. I was just talking about New Vegas, and all of a sudden, it's like core memory unlocked. Like, oh,
the day that we get like like Usher on the oldies station is the day that I'm just gonna fall to pieces.
oh no.
Like it's early 90s stuff, you know? And like
Yeah, Adam, a Bethesda game that's broken, shocked face. Okay, so by the end of the game, did you play New Vegas, Adam? Okay, so the Troopers, I was trying to finish my playthrough with the Troopers because it was like, they're not perfect by any means, but they're keeping the peace. Gotta throw them a bone here. So I was trying to do that, but then near the end of the campaign, I realized there's 8 quests that glitched out that I can't finish. And no one is giving me a new quest. I'm trying to go here, go there, trigger everything, take out all of like the Roman Empire flunkies, and I did all of that. I did the Troopers work for them, did all of it, and nobody would talk to me. Nobody would acknowledge except for like background like chatter, like barks, right? Like NPC dialogue that just is, you know, someone says it as you run by. But when you go to actually talk to people, they're just like, who are you? Get out of here. And I'm like, what? So I just had to totally had to just turn my back on the Troopers and the game and be like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And then it just, everything broke. All hell broke loose. And you know what? We're all the better for it. It's fine. We took care of it. It was great. I think I'm building part 2 of the tree.
oh, sure.
So yeah, New Vegas is done, and I wasn't planning on it, but Fallout 4, which I also have, yeah, really digging it. Because New Vegas is janky and it's old, and it's like, if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. So looking forward to playing through 4 at some point.
Adam says that oldies, retro, and throwback are 3 different music genres. Really? This could carry over to video games. You're right. Adam, can you give me examples of oldies, retro, and throwback music?
Yeah, like what's the
'Cause in my
difference
mind,
between those?
Like those are all the same. They're synonymous with each other. But for me, oldies would be like 60s music. Oh, okay. If I had to think about it, and then I'd put 80s and retro, and then throwback for me would be like 90s and 2000s. But I mean, that's just because that's my life. I don't know what other people categorize.
It's my life. Okay.
It's my
All right, Shell. So I just built the second half of the tree.
I think it goes this way.
I think so. I'm gonna pan this over a bit so you guys can see some more of the pieces that we're working with, and
Oh, and your hands when you're building something.
that's it too.
Okay.
Camera. I'll have to like be like, these are my hands. These are the pieces.
It's only
Alright.
weird to you.
It's only weird to me.
They don't know.
People can see my faces, they can't see my arms doing weird things.
They
So if they just see my face and the hands.
As long as
good.
you don't make a weird face, then they won't know. Oh my Johnner.
We did it. Yeah, so we've had quite a history with Lord of the Rings, quite a history with Lego, but it's been so cool to like get back to Lego in recent years.
Absolutely, yes. I when I was a kid, I didn't really have very many Lego pieces because Lego is very expensive.
Yeah,
and-
even back in the day, throwback.
Yeah. It was so expensive. So if I wanted to play Legos, I would play with my cousins, who were kind of like my brothers.
Yeah.
And they had like this big giant pillowcase that my aunt like sewed together and put some drawstrings on it. And it was just like if you could picture 2 pillowcases full of Legos. That's how much they
Wow.
had. And so,
Wow.
and they had like the original Star Wars everything. And then we didn't know things were worth money. We were just kids. Most of those are buried in my cousin Justin and Jeff's sandbox in their backyard.
Oh no.
Yep. Yep. We didn't know.
You know, that's fair. I definitely had my dad run the lawnmower over some stray Legos in the backyard.
I mean, we were kids. We're just playing with the things, you know?
Yeah, and it wasn't like we were trying to destroy them or be like negligent. It was just like, oh, we just had an epic Lego battle. Of course there's going to be some collateral damage.
Absolutely. Collateral damage.
Well, guys, as far as Justice League stuff coming up this year, there's talk about bringing back Ides of Marth for the 2nd year, doing a tournament, a Smash Brothers tournament / Toga Party, middle of next month in March.
That was a good time.
Yeah, we had some pretty awesome togas,
We
some last
did.
minute togas.
There was the guy who came dressed as Jesus.
And it was like, well, he got the era right.
I mean, Jesus never dressed Roman. However,
Yeah,
it was the right era.
it was the right era.
It was hilarious.
Adam, did you like Fallout 2? I've been talking to Specs lately, as I've been going through my New Vegas. Like, so when I'm going through my absolute confusion and sometimes rage over how the game just wouldn't work properly, he was like, dude, I've been there. Just keep on going. You got this. His favorite is 3. No. His favorite is New Vegas, then 3, then 4. But my buddy Scott absolutely loves 4. It's his favorite. So I'm looking forward to trying 4 next. But yeah, I'm curious about the first 2 before it hit it big. And well, I shouldn't say hit it big. If you go on IMDb and look up Fallout, I mean, you're going to see the Amazon Prime video series, but you're also going to see the games.
There's an Amazon Prime video series?
Sorry?
There's Amazon Prime did it?
Oh, the series last year.
Is that the one
They did a
with-
Fallout Amazon series with Walton Goggins as the ghoul.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Cool.
I watched it last year. I didn't know if you would like it because it's pretty intense.
Oh, yeah. I don't
So
like
I don't know. You might like it. I'm not sure. Compared to, Adam says, compared to the 2D D&D games like Baldur's Gate, you prefer like Baldur's Gate, the early Baldur's Gate games to over the old Fallout games. Yeah, that's fair.
this.
Tis fair.
I have this kind of problem in my life that if I hear anything that is a quote or a song, I will immediately start singing and quoting in my head.
Oh yeah, that's like free association gone wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gimli or Gloin, what are you doing up in that tree, bud? You're too old.
Elves are dwarves are not known for this, but they are exceptional tree climbers.
As evidenced by the Hobbit.
They're also experts at riding barrels down rivers with axes. They're incredible. No, yeah, yeah, Gloin was climbing this whole time.
I didn't notice. He's so sneaky about it.
Yeah, he is. Very dangerous over short distances. It's not a very tall tree. That counts as a... Oh, he says they chopping them down.
Oh my gosh, they do. Okay, sorry, mister.
Conservation. And thus, glowing father of Gimli was promptly thrown off the tree. He did not join the fellowship where his ankle was sprained.
Sorry, buddy. Also, he's too old.
Ageism, come on. Woo.
Boo, Shelly, boo. Sorry. Sometimes I say things that are rude and I don't mean to.
This is rude. It's so rude.
I didn't mean it.
But endearing. I didn't mean it. It's not my fault.
Okay, I think I did the thing.
Oh, okay. I can get started on one of these.
Yeah.
I think we've got all of them over here.
Yes.
All right.
Look how organized our pieces are now, Chandra.
Oh, I know.
Oh, this tree is cool.
Yeah, it's just getting fuller and fuller. Oh, there we go. They're not upside down.
Is this gonna go on?
Oh, I need that.
Oh. Sorry, Chandra. I have curiosity.
So no worries. I was just like, this is not the page I'm meant to be on. Adam, you finish up your taxes, buddy? Oh, we got to set up our tax appointment.
Oh my gosh.
We got time. We got time.
Oh, our tax lady.
Some years were super early. This year we're going to be somewhat early.
You know, it's the February.
Yeah, it's the February. I'm working on a tree branch. Here we go.
Pretty.
Is that it? It was just the 5 smaller leafy pieces.
This is gonna go, ooh, in here. Over here somewhere.
There's a hook piece here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to snap it there.
Oh, yes. I was wondering about what that was gonna be. Beautiful!
Yeah, doing it.
We're gonna make a tree branch.
Minnesota has a bill to make e-file free. That's incredible, man. So you did it over the weekend. Do you give it a day or two in case you think of something you forgot or like another deduction or something you need to report? This is fascinating to me.
We haven't been able to do TurboTax in a long time.
No, you got the fancy clergy.
Yeah, they don't know about that.
We might eventually, but we'll see. Yeah, good job, Adam. Good thinking. Good thinking, man. Well, guys, I somehow blew out my knee playing New Vegas. I don't know what happened.
While you were sleeping.
I usually, yeah, but like every night, like before I go to bed, like I'll stretch. I'll do stretches, and I think I overextended something. Like I tweaked the knee Thursday night without realizing I did, and then when I was stretching that night, that made it worse. And then the next day, Friday, I had off, and Shelly did too. And so our big counter over here, we were standing at it. So it's a good like standing desk height if you want to just not sit all the time. And so we were working on this set, and I was standing. And as the day went on, I realized it was getting worse and worse until I could barely walk. And so I was laid up like all weekend, dude. All weekend. Just trying to... yeah. I was like, I'm not getting old. I'm just leveling up, and sometimes it hurts.
That's absolutely what it was, Chandra.
Yeah. I had to work from home today because my knee was just like, no. It's crazy.
Leveling up. That's all it is.
You did too, Adam? Like, wait, you don't mean you blew out your knee too, did you? That's not fun. I'm digging this playlist.
Yeah?
Show enough.
Oh.
Oh, we're building a tree to go up there?
Up where? Oh, up there.
Double-decker tree.
Pretty rad.
We're building this tree on top of what is a forge. fireplace. I don't think that's up to code, but the elves know what they're doing.
They do.
Maybe that's why there aren't that many left.
They've broken all the codes.
Disaster struck the elfin neighborhood of Flimflam
Flim Flam.
near the forest of Fangorn when one overexuberant elf tried to forge a sword next to a 1,000-year oak tree.
Didn't go well for Master Elf that day.
Yeah, so the village of Flimflam is no more, and all of the refugees came over to Rivendell and unfortunately passed on their building techniques to Rivendell, where they put open flames right next to fresh tinder. It's fine. This is all plastic anyways. Dude, ligament? Oh, bro. It's always weird when it happens when you're working out, right? It's like I was doing the right thing, doing this to maintain my muscles, and now my muscles won't muscle.
Now my muscles are mad.
Yeah, mad muscles.
Not fair.
Oh, yeah, dude. I played street hockey a lot growing up, and I had these old pair of leg pads when I was playing goalie, and the right leg pad, it was just super pushy styrofoam, but I had them for so long that the styrofoam just didn't hold up after a while, and I would just bang my knee against the pavement while I was playing, and you're focused on stopping the puck, right? You're not thinking about like the wear and tear on your body, and yeah, after a while the knee was just like, nah. Oh, that makes sense, Adam, though. That's why it's so common, because when it happens, you hear a pop, like, it's not immediately, you're not, like, rolling around in pain. Like, something happened, but you're like, oh, whatever, it's fine. And then, yeah, it gets you.
And that it's not fine.
It'll quench you. It'll get you later. That's the thing. That's why we play Legos on stream. low risk lifestyle.
Also why we should stretch.
Why we should stretch. Always stretch. This is a tall tree. This is the reason why this won't fit on our shelf. This tree's gonna
Why
be.
Shauna had to build a new shelf.
I'm building so many new shelves here. We joke that I got into woodworking to make space for all of our fun stuff. It started with the entertainment center for our game consoles, and then it was like, let's build new stuff / do IKEA hacks to fit all of our board games and movies and video games and controllers. And then it's like, let's build shelves to put our Lego sets. So
I mean, you got to do something with it, right?
totally,
Yeah.
totally.
We cool.
Well, Adam, I hope it keeps healing, and I hope if you have a chance, avoid going up and down steps for a few days if that's the last little bit that you need to heal up. Whatever it takes, dude. But tore a ligament? Did you go to the doctor? Did they diagnose you with that? Because,
How do you know? Yeah.
yeah, how do you heal? How you gonna heal, bro? Okay.
I'm going to put this on, and then you want to take over a little minute?
Yeah.
Is that the right direction? I can't quite tell.
There's a big horn piece sticking out this way.
So probably like that.
That's it. There we go.
Okay. Oh, that's a tall tree.
We're building a big old tree. It's not as tall as the tower, but we're not done building it yet, so we'll see how big it gets.
Time to make some leafies.
Cool. All right, Shell. We had some other fun chatting topics to talk about.
Yes.
Whatever.
So we have over the years, we just recently got into Lego, and I think that might have something to do with being a little bit. Well, Lego's expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And now we can afford it. So our first Lego set was actually a gift from one of our very good friends. It was the Lego Night Bus for Harry Potter. We
Hey, take it away, Ernie.
It was so much fun to build. We had such a good time with it. And we love Harry Potter. And so we had that for quite a few years before we really started building anything else. And then it just sort of became like this, hey, what Lego set can we put on our Christmas list this year? Sort of a deal. So we have the Nintendo with the TV. We've got the Atari set. We have the DeLorean. This year for Christmas, Genre got quite a few Lego sets. He got the Mario riding on Yoshi, the Piranha Plant, just so many. And then this Rivendell set, we've actually had our eye on for quite some time. And we got it as your birthday present in downtown Disney when we went to Disneyland for your birthday.
Oh my gosh. We felt like we ended the war.
Yeah.
We were walking by with the biggest Lego store bag with one of the biggest sets, and everyone's just staring, especially the dudes.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's looking around like we won the lottery. They're like, what set is that? That's incredible. It almost took up, it was the two of us, and that set almost took up like a whole row on the tram.
It's true.
I had to like hold it in my lap, and I couldn't see the people across from me because the box was that tall.
And you had to like squeeze your tummy in order to like fit it in between, because it was so big.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because oftentimes at Disneyland, like, it's not that dudes are not talkative, right? But like women will talk to women at Disneyland, I've noticed pretty frequently. But men were like, they'd pass Sean and then sort of like slow down and stare at your big Lego set and just be like, what'd you get?
Yeah.
It
was incredible.
So, like, men of all ages. All ages.
It was stopping foot traffic.
It was.
And you know what, too? Like, the Lego store, you know, even little kids, you know, they didn't know what set it was. They might not know Lord of the Rings anything. They might still be, like, picking their own boogers. But they saw how big the bag was.
And they
And I saw
wanted
the
to
Lego
know.
logo. Yeah.
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 It was awesome. Yeah, so it was funny because you could tell, like, we would be like, the Rivendell set. And then you'd watch some people be like, and then other people be like, okay. So then we'd follow it up with Lord of the Rings. And then they were like, oh.
Yeah, because it was in the bag, you know, they couldn't necessarily see what set it was. I'm glad you thought of that, because I would say Rivendell and they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, noob. So I'm glad you unpacked that for them, because I was just like, were you judging me?
You could tell they wanted to be excited for it, but they just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
a set that size, I mean, they're thinking, is that the Titanic? Is that the Millennium Falcon? That's been like
Right.
the premiere. They're still selling it, and it's still $800.
I mean, why bring down the price if you can still sell it for that, you know?
Yeah. They even sell other variants of it. Like there's like ultra, I forget what it's called. Not Lego Dimensions, but it's like Shattered Universe, whatever. And there's a Dark Falcon
What?
that has like an evil Rey, but also a Jedi Vader. It's crazy. So yeah, they sell variants
Wait,
of
like Vader's a good guy?
yeah, like it's him in the full-on armor, except it's white. Pretty rad. Kind of like a what if scenario.
Mm,
That's good stuff.
interesting.
And so yeah, they'll keep selling like 2 or 3 different versions of the Falcon because it will just keep selling.
We have sincerely contemplated getting the Falcon, but what has stopped us every time is that we have no idea where we'd put it. Like, absolutely no idea.
We'd have to mount it to the wall.
Is that even possible? Like, can it even sustain that?
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to put it like into a stud in the wall to make sure that it would stay. but then also we would have to put it flat against the wall. So you could see it, but you would see the top view.
Only the top view.
And it's very heavy, but also really fragile. So it's like, you put the Millennium Falcon that's like 10,000 plus pieces up against the wall. It's like 30 plus pounds. It like weighs the same as the Stanley Cup. It's crazy.
It's 30 pounds?
It's roundabout. It's in the neighborhood.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
This-
it's nuts.
So is it more? It's got to be more pieces than this one. I know this is in the top 10 of
Ooh, we'd have to look it up.
pieces.
I don't know.
I've looked it up. Rivendell is within the top 10, but it's like the lower half of the top 10.
Yeah, I think Titanic and Eiffel Tower are two of the biggest piece sets. Lego Coliseum's probably low end of that top 10 maybe.
I don't want to build that one. I feel like it would be the same thing over and over and over.
I've heard that about the Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
which is great. You think Lego set, 5 feet tall, but it's like, well, guys, it's a tower, so the base has to be wide. It's 2 foot square. It's 2 feet square. That's like the footprint of it. And it's the height of most floor lamps in a living room.
So it's like the size of a Christmas tree.
So it's huge. You wouldn't even want to put it on like an end table, because then it would just be like, whoa. So you just need space on the floor.
You'd at that point, like, we'd have to be in a house and have like a playroom for ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Okay, would you like to do the honors?
Okay.
First one's going here, so wherever the leftover notches are. All right, guys, we are finishing up bag 19 of 50 on Lego Rivendell. First piece that we did was the tower. You guys can kind of see it on the right side of the camera here. This part is the gazebo bridge forge area. We'll flip it around so you can kind of see that more of the detail. You kind of see the back end of it because we're trying to work on it, and we'll see. Wispy Bacon, what's up, man? What's going on, Tim? Welcome to the Tuesday. But for me, it was a Tuesday.
Look at that.
We're building trees.
That is so cool. If I go this way, no, I want to go this way. It's backwards from my brain. Okay, there we go. That's so rad. Okay, so we built these trees and we filled in the forge today. So
Yeah,
far.
and Gimli's hanging out on the bridge.
Because he feels at home in a forge, right?
Yeah,
Like that's Gimli, right?
yeah.
There.
He grew up in a furnace. Looks like those twin trees the Silmarils came from. Mm-hmm.
Yes!
We'll flip it around.
That.
The Silmarils. Yeah, just wait for the Lego, was it the Ungoliant or something? The Lego Ungoliant set. The giant spider. Shelob's mama. Anybody? Silmarillion?
I did not read the Silmarillion.
Oh, okay, so Melkor is like Sauron's daddy, but then like one of the only beings that Melkor feared was Ungoliant, which was this giant spider. Giant spider.
So like Shelob's mom or dad?
It was like the mother of all spiders on Middle Earth. All of them.
Oh.
And she...
You know about this. Did you read the Silmarillion?
Oh, Nerd of the Rings. In Deep Geek. YouTube content. No, they described about it, and the twin trees, this is why I thought of it, Tim. Ungoliant drained most of the light from the trees.
Oh my.
But the only remaining light left was in the Silmarils. And Melkor had at least a few of them. He never got all of them. But Ungoliant was just known for being super gluttonous and just like feasting on everything she could find, including like draining the world of its light. But they found a way to like limit her power. But at one point she wanted to like turn on Melkor, and he was like, no. And the only reason she didn't eat him was because of the Balrogs. He had like an army of Balrogs. So when he screamed, he was like, ah! It was so loud that all the Balrogs across the land heard it, and then they came and saved him.
Wow.
Big ugly spider.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim says, if you read the Cimmerillion, I recommend listening to the Cimmerillion seminar. And I'm like, I love learning. I will absolutely.
I love learning.
Just love learning.
Adam's like, I'm tracking. Have you read the Submarine, Adam? Are you familiar with Tolkien lore?
I want to go back to school.
Back to
And
school.
learn it and take some Tolkien classes.
Back to school. Okay. We built the trees, and now you guys can kind of see the set. Probably next up is the gazebo. And now we have made it to bag number 20.
Next up is the gazebo. Do you want to go on to the gazebo?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. After that, after this bag, I would like to step away because Midgard needs me.
So there's Middle Earth, there's Midgard in Norse mythology, and then there's Midgar. Shelly has started a solo playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS5. She was playing it on the PlayStation Portal, which we have. Show it real quick. So there's the Portal. Very cool piece of kit. If you're playing a downloaded title on the PS5, or if you have it on disc, as long as it's in the disc drive, this can access it through your Wi-Fi network, and you can play PS5 games wirelessly on it. And so she's been able to play FF7 Remake on it, while I've been playing Fallout New Vegas on the TV.
Which is amazing because the Switch is so easily portable, right? Like we can easily put it in our secondary dock on the secondary television that we have in our living room because of course we do. But the PS5 is not as movable. So
No, it's not.
portable was just so good for us.
Yeah.
We are wonderful nerds. I love us.
We are. We're leading the charge. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we were ahead of the curve. We were doing nerdy things in college before being a nerd was cool. No one called us dweebs back then, but
They didn't.
They
'cause
were
we
thinking
did
it.
other things too.
and then you know what? Then they joined us. And now we're all nerds. In fact, it's like you don't even want to use the term nerd anymore. It's like if everyone's a nerd,
That's
then
just
no
it.
one's a nerd.
Everyone is a nerd about something. You might be a nerd about Formula One racing.
Yeah, dude, I
about
I
football?
installed and
Wow.
booted up Gran Turismo 5 on the PS3 yesterday, and it was like these dudes are nerds about cars.
No kidding.
Nerds.
Okay, but
It's
speaking,
incredible.
the reason why Formula One racing came to my mind is because today at lunch, I walk into the video cafe and there's a table of girls. We all of the staff eat our lunch in the video cafe. Table of girls all the way off to the side. But then
Yeah.
on the big, ginormous screen is like this light show with cars and all of these dudes. And half of our dude staff were watching it. And like, I'm just observing this. And basically, it was like a runway show for cars. And I guess it's like opening day or something. And so like halfway through, I was like, so are they going to race anything? And they were like, no, they're just debuting all of the uniforms. And I literally heard them. They were like, oh my gosh, that matte red looks so good with that uniform. And I was like, guys, this is literally a Daft Punk concert with cars on a runway. And they were like, yes, it is.
Yeah, not even mad about that.
No, they weren't. Daft Punk would have fit in really well because all of these dudes are in the helmets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, they wear it for safety purposes. Maybe a fashion statement too. Or maybe as part of a critique on the entertainment industry. I'm not sure. I saw somewhere that Frankie Muniz or Malcolm in the Middle finished 10th at Daytona, but I was watching Daytona last night and I saw a rerun of the end of the race. So I don't know if he placed 10th at this year's Daytona or if I was watching a rerun of an old Daytona. I didn't think it was. But at some point, Malcolm
yeah.
in the Middle finished 10th at Daytona.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he took up competitive racing and like, dude, yes.
That's rad. it was like a wrestling intro, but the guy doing the introing was British, so it wasn't as aggressive. Okay, what's my favorite section of Final Fantasy Remake? Well, I'm not too far in. I do know the story because Shauner had me play it back in 2007 or something.
The
So,
original.
yeah, and then I watched him play the remake and rebirth as well, so I'm familiar with it. But I'm not too far in. I'm only like 8 hours in or so. And so far, I just love the characters. Like, Barrett is my absolute favorite. He's such a delightful nerd in a football man's body. And he's so funny.
Football man.
Yeah,
I love that.
So funny. And then Tim wants to know, Shauner, any fun Vegas stories? And by Vegas, we mean Fallout New Vegas, not having gone to Vegas.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was that time where I was trying to help the NCR like bring order and peace to the wastelands, and then all of the quests I needed to progress glitched out, and I couldn't progress the story. I was stuck. Meanwhile, I was trying to make friends with all of the different factions, and that meant going to Vegas and kind of taking down some of the whack casinos. It's like these guys are getting up to all sorts of shenanigans. And so finally I realized the only way to progress the story is to turn my back on the NCR troopers and just go full Vegas and employ an army of robots to police the strip and become a fully independent republic. And so that's what I did. NCR at first was like, huh? And then they were like, all right, you're cool. And then I did all the dirty work and took down Little Caesars. Not
Pizza
literally
joint?
Little Caesars.
Oh.
But took down all of the Caesar people. And then the trooper showed up at the end and was like, oh, cool. Good thing you're here. What was up with all those other people? And I was like, I made all these alliances with the people that you made angry. And they're like, cool, well, thanks for your help. We'll take it from here. And then I was like, you know what? I just want to finish the game. So if they want to clean up after me, cool. But then all the conversation options were like, yo, that's not cool. You better get out of here. And the only way I could peacefully resolve it was if I had my speech rating high enough to clear all the speech checks, and I did not. And it ended in one more battle I was not prepared for. That's okay, because the robots that I repaired and mobilized like just stood in for me, and about 10 grenades went off at the same time. I couldn't see anything for a few minutes. Literally the game faded to white, and then that was the end. So that's not how it was supposed to go at all. But I finished New Vegas, and the slides were cool. There's like still slides with each character, like the voice giving voiceover narration describing like what happened to their character and different factions. Very cool. So yeah, I really liked it. That's pretty rad. So you made an alliance with the Geth and took on the council. I never did that in Mass Effect, but basically yeah. My favorite character in the game is Grandma Lily. She's a super mutant, and she sounds like... All right, you guys know Jeff Goldblum in Independence Day? Sounds like his boss, Harvey
Yes.
Firestein, a
Yes.
little bit. Yeah, Grandma sounds like that,
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes.
It's like, Jimmy, give your grandma a hug, Jimmy. Like, I'm Jimmy, and I'm not her grandson. But she's just like, Jimmy, get over here. So she was the best, and she had a little narrative where she was still a little crazy in the head at the end of the game, but we were able to solve something with all the mutants without putting her at risk. So she was good, as good as she could be, and so that was that.
I love how she adopted you as her grandson. Immediately.
Tell me some more stories, Jimmy. Okay, Grandma. Your character's family, like, as far as I could tell in my playthrough, I didn't see them. So it's like, someone wants to adopt me as their grandson. I'm
Let's
down for
do
it.
Yeah.
Tim, I started, like, barely start. I made it through the character creator in Fallout 4. but I started that up last night, did the install. I might just jump straight into 4. Specs told me he really liked New Vegas, and 3 and 4 was not his like cup of tea. Then Scott, you guys know Scott, he loves 4. So I'm hearing a few different things, but it's like it's still a really good series. It's popular and sells like hotcakes. So
Still?
yeah.
Wow.
Fallout 76 has been around for a while. I haven't played that one yet. Okay, I'm curious about.
What are we making?
It looks like we're building the base to the gazebo. So we built this gray thing, and there's like some Lego Technic pieces going on over here that Shelly's working on. Really curious about. That's the best thing about these Lego sets, especially the deluxe, like intricate ones. I was saying this earlier. You can build something like this out of a few dozen pieces. Have no idea what it's going to become until you put it in place, and then you have that light bulb aha moment over and over again as it all comes together.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Tim, does 4 take place in Boston? Is it Boston? I forget. I made the mistake of playing Fallout 3 a few years ago when I wasn't really in the groove of it, didn't really understand it. Should have hung on to it, but I played a few hours and I was done. But I really wanted to give New Vegas a chance because Specs was him and Nate Mackin rave about those games. So I'm glad I stuck with New Vegas, even though it didn't want to stick with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we learned later though. You should have played it on the PC where some of those jankinesses would have been better.
Yeah. New England. Sounds good. I've heard that the Cold Harbor DLC, like, even for people who are underwhelmed by 4, the base game, they were like, Cold Harbor, yes. I don't know if I'll do DLC. Sometimes I just like playing the base game and being done, but if I like it enough, and the odds are very good that it won't glitch out like New Vegas did. We'll see. We'll see. But all jokes about the glitchiness aside, New Vegas was incredibly ambitious. I think it was produced on a very tight turnaround. Came out in 2010, I think. So it was after Fallout 3. Bethesda took point on that one. Obsidian took point on New Vegas. And it was like, cool, we're just cranking these out. And that was before... Came out the year before Skyrim. Yeah, Bethesda, everything was just like boom, 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 boom. Crazy. I thought New Vegas was quite a bit like Mass Effect if it didn't have as much time in the oven. If they had had a little more time to polish it. And you know what, they fixed a lot of it with mods and patches later on, so I just happened to play like a time capsule frozen in time PS3 version of it.
Okay, do you want to do this next part?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's being put to the side for a little minute. We're gonna.
This is put on the side with this upside down.
Yup.
Wow, okay. All right. Coming up with the gazebo looking deal.
Gazebo words.
Tim, I don't know if you've been playing. Are we building this again?
I don't know.
It's very similar, probably mirrored.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't just say like 2 times this.
Yeah.
Tim, one of the coolest Lego sets that I've ever seen was the Fender, the guitar. And I know you had fun putting that one together. That is such a cool recreation of a classic guitar.
Yeah, it was. I think it's been dang rad. What that says?
Yeah.
My eyesight's not very good, so I have sometimes read the wrong thing. Yeah, earlier it said restream and I thought it said restroom.
It's like, why are we broadcasting to the restroom? Jimmy, why are you streaming in the restroom? Give your grandma a hug. Grandma Lily, MVP. She's the best. So Shelly, who are some of your favorite characters in FF7 Remake so far? You really like Barrett.
Oh, I love Barrett. I
Barrett.
think Cloud is amazing because he has no idea what to do with girls or friends. Just watching him respond to friends is adorable, actually.
Yeah.
And then I know what's going to happen, but Biggs and Wedge and Jesse are just awesome characters. They are so much fun. And they are totally aware that they are completely out of Cloud's league when it comes to anything. But like anytime they manage something in a fight, they're like, yeah, I did that.
It's like Happy Hogan and Iron Man 2. Like Black Widow takes out a whole hallway of dudes.
Yes.
And the time it takes him to knock out one guy.
Yes.
And it's like, I got him. Yeah.
Yup. Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh man, Tim, I'm sorry your guitar fell over, but now you get to you get to build again a little bit. Really fun.
Ooh.
And now I have a little corner where I can play, record, and potentially stream on my. Yes, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. Adam. Oh no. Oh no, guitar. That's cool. That's the great thing with Legos. We will rebuild. So your description of Cloud,
Mhm.
Adam just read that and said, so every JRPG protagonist? I guess so.
Oh,
It's kind of a type. Character type.
huh. But it's just really cool. I like it. I like everything about the game.
I love that. It's oh man, it's like you can't beat that game. Even years later, it's like there's a reason why it's the most popular in the series. You know, the world, the setting,
The characters, the story.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know I'm playing a classic and I am enjoying every minute of it. I actually kind of love that I'm already familiar with this story, but Remake and Rebirth, you know, it's not note for note. There's new stuff to it. So it's like experiencing it again for the first time. And I watched you play it a bit when those came out.
Yeah.
But often I was like reading a book in the background or like playing my own game as well. So it's just fun. I feel like I'm experiencing it and I love every minute. It's really rad. And I really appreciate that these games now have it where they have easy mode or like normal mode. Because I'm not the best video gamer, but I do really enjoy it. So it makes it so that I can actually play. Love that. And I'm a straight up button masher, run in as close as you can get and just hit the guy as hard as you can. There's not a lot of strategy beyond that for me. So
But if they can't stop you, they can't stop you.
they can't stop me, especially when you've got a million potions. So
That's right. That's the thing with Shelly. She'll always out eat every enemy she'll come across. She's like, oh, you coming after me like that? Well, not if I eat my we're not talking about dubious food either. It's like we're just grabbing the finest of the gourmet meals with some durian.
yep. I would find, yep, that is my thing. Ever since Breath of the Wild, when they made it so that you could just carry a lot of food with you and make it so you can have all the health you need, I've been an excellent video gamer. Also, I make a lot of people anxious.
Yeah, because people would be like, what are you doing,
He's getting
Shelly?
hit so much. Yeah, but look how much I'm hitting him.
It's like, this is a mutual thumping. Got this. So good. Yeah, guys, so we'll finish up this bag and then we'll call it a night because Midgard needs saving.
Does.
Did I miss a step?
I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention. But I believe in you, and you're handsome.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to be supported. No, I didn't miss a piece. Okay, it's just this side is slightly different.
Today, feeling of speaking of feeling supported, today at about 1:30, I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. And my office mate Jamie was like, you should go home. And I was like, but I have a lot to do. And she's like, you should do some work.
I like how you just supported.
Whatever was the last thing that came out of my mouth.
That's so funny.
I need
What
a
a good
cookie.
coworker.
I need a cookie. You should get a cookie.
We should get a cookie.
Well, I'm trying to be healthy. Well, how about a carrot?
A supportive friend.
She's so supportive. It was great.
Here, Blind, welcome to the stream, dude. Here's what we've been building. We've got the second part of this. You got Gimli,
Gimli?
Ghibli, Kooky, Spooky. You got Gimli, son of Gloin. You have Gloin, father of Gimli, and then we have Namari, the AI generated elf name for this maiden. And we got some trees here. We got a waterfall.
I think
the bridge.
Sam's around here somewhere with his
Sam is here.
with his pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told that. There's Sam. Don't you know you're Sam? Oh goodness. Blind, it's so good to see you, dude. Thanks for dropping in today. Real quick, Adam says all JRPG protagonists are intimidated by the ladies. Really hoping they port Remake and Rebirth to Switch 2. Same.
That'd be amazing.
There's been talk about they've been running an optimized revamp port of Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2 and showing it to people. So it's like, yes, please. And then Wisp says, Shell, you gotta play Skyrim. You can hoard so much food.
Do you know
Sweet
there
rolls.
was a time in the last year or two when Skyrim was super duper on sale on Nintendo Switch Online. So we actually have it on the Switch, which I think would be the perfect way for me to play it.
Yeah, because it's either that or the Xbox 360, and I played it on the 360, and that one had some jank to it.
Yeah.
Not on the level of New Vegas on PS3, but it was up there.
Yes. That would be a good time. However, I may have my year may be already decided on how I'm gonna spend my games with Remake and Rebirth.
Did you say year?
Well, it took
At the rate you're going, I mean, it might get you through mid-year.
That's true. That's true. I just took such a long break after RPG, Super Mario RPG.
Not too long, was it? You finished it on Christmas time.
Did I? Oh, it's only February.
Yeah.
That feels like 6 months ago.
Gosh, it kind of does. What are we doing? Time has no meaning.
It had jank on the Switch too. It makes sense. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the jank, right? That's okay.
Yeah, it's true. Are you fitting properly, sir? Yeah, apparently, but it's not. Oh, maybe because I need to put it up here.
Oh, there it is. Well done, sir.
Oh, now they're actually on even footing now. Okay, got it.
Where is this gazebo even gonna go? What I need to know.
I think it's gonna fit up here, but I haven't seen how it's gonna connect. Right now, what we have is kind of circular, and that looks more like a trapezoid. So, again, it's just that mystery of like what you're building. You're building a small component of it, and you get pleasantly surprised how it all comes together.
It's true.
So much jank on the Switch. You know what? When I played it back in the day, I played like the first dungeon area, and then I made it out, and it was like, cool, the game's like gonna properly start now. And then I was like, nah, I'm done. And I didn't come back to it until COVID hit.
That was the first time you played Skyrim was when COVID hit?
Oh no, sorry, not COVID. What am I thinking? I played it in not COVID. I played it in 2014.
Okay.
So just a few years after it came out. It came out November of 2011 along with Skyward Sword, and yeah, there's some big games that came out Christmas of 2011 like Arkham City.
That'll be the reason why Arkham City took over in this household.
Sure
Have you guys
did.
ever showed, or have you ever told them the story?
I think you have. I think they all know, like in chat maybe, but it's been a while. You can share if you want.
Okay, so Christmas of 20 what?
2011. It was my first Christmas here in Chino.
Yes, Shauner had gotten the new Batman game. And as you know, if you've played it, you have to sneak around and take down the bad guys. And it's definitely more efficient if you do it sneakily so that you don't, get overwhelmed and all the things. So you're like swinging from gargoyle to gargoyle and going down and getting the bad guys and going back up, right? So Christmas break, Shauner and I both have the week off. We've both gotten new video games. And if you let us, we will only really be awake during the nighttime hours while we're playing video games, because it's just how it works. And then
Bats are nocturnal.
Yeah, and then you wake up at noon and you do it all over again. It's the best. It's just the life that we like to lead. So that's what we were doing at that time. And about, I don't know what time it was. It was the middle of the night for us. It was probably mid-morning for everyone else. But the middle of the night, all of a sudden I wake up to this man thrashing all over the bed. Like the blankets are ripped off of me. They're thrashing everywhere. I calm him down a bit. I'm like, Sean, are you okay? And he goes, I didn't think they'd see me. What do you mean, Sean? You didn't think they'd see you? Silence. Sean, are you okay? Silence. All of a sudden, are you dreaming about your game? More silence. And then I can barely do the voice. I am Batman. And he never woke up. That was just what he did and what he said in his dream so he was Batman and he was taking down the bad
It
guys.
was Batman for a night. It was glorious. It was not, I wouldn't recommend it long term.
The streets of Gotham.
No, it was great.
It was fantastic.
I had a good time with that. It's funny that I wasn't awake for it, so I mean, did it really happen?
It did.
Okay.
It's a cool base.
It's kind of a circle, but now it's becoming a little more misshapen.
How's
So
it gonna connect?
yeah, I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. I'll play around with this view a little bit. Like maybe if there's a way I can get like an overhead view where you guys could see like I don't know, like if it was almost top down where you could see the instruction booklet and the pieces, like overhead where it's like right there. I need some kind of camera rigging or whatever, but that'd be kind of neat.
I think we're good how it is now.
Yeah, if you guys have suggestions in chat, I'm all for it. I'm good with leaving it as is. During normal streams, like not Lego streams, this is the aux camera, so it's showing all the Lego stuff, but most weeks it's going to be the Hammy cam.
For our guinea pig Hammy!
For Hammy, yeah. In his old age, he's hanging out on one floor most often, so if we have a camera just showing him at all times, chances are he's going to be on camera.
Could be a Hammy cam tonight.
Huh?
Could be a Hammy cam tonight.
Oh, bring him over. See how he does. Yeah, because I'm about to wrap this up pretty soon here.
This is the hammers.
Hammy!
Let me give him his good side. Hello, Yummy. Say hello.
There he is.
He's so disinterested.
There's big guy. What's up, Hammy? He doesn't know there's a camera there.
No, he's just staring. He doesn't care at all. Gosh, he's just so cute. Mwah.
He's loving life right now. Hey, buddy. What's going on, pal? You famous. I gotta turn the page. So we put 6 of these pegs in there. Hopefully that will all make sense someday soon. Okay. All right.
Adam says it's the scourge of life.
Boom, 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 boom. It's a go piggy wiggy. Yes, it's a go piggy.
Here he is. Okay, so we're gonna finish up this bag and probably stop for the night for Midgar needs saving. And yeah, we finish work around 5-ish, and then, you know, for any of you guys that have been here for Tuesday streams, like here co-hosting over the years, yeah, it's a quick flip. Oh,
my
here we go.
gosh.
Yes, he's going Bob Seger, baby. Here I am in the road, here I go. That motor's gaze, here I am. Turn the page. The Hobbit. Wherever books are sold. Okay.
The rings to create the detail on the gazebo roof were originally designed as minifigure life preservers in 1999.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's making sounds. Or I was hoping he would make sounds into the.
I like her just holding him up like Simba.
He lets me do it.
He's
Teeny does not let me do it.
He's just so chill.
He loves
Love
me.
little man.
This wonderful old man.
Okay, so here's the thing. We finished bag 20. So we're done. There's more to build, like the full-on gazebo. But I think we've streamed about an hour or almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a good stopping point. We will.
We're so cute right now with Hammy on the screen.
Where's the ramekin
Over here.
with all the pieces?
It's over
So what
there.
I'll do is
can't get it.
I'm gonna shift this over so you guys can see like the final quick business note. Ooh, meeting with Alex and Flannel on Friday about IDs. I'm glad that Alex got in touch with you. He had some ideas, and I was like, yo, here's Wisp's number. Let you know what finalizes emerges for your stamp of approval. Sounds good, man.
Dude, that's amazing.
That's so good. All right, guys. So although the gazebo is still in progress, you can see what we've made already. So the tower is completely done. As Hammy surveys his kingdom. That's it. The tower's still tall. Okay. So anyways, just trust us. The rest of this tower is banging. And then we've got this we're still in the middle of. And when this is done, there's still the big center section to make. So we got plenty more build left to go. Like a red wall badger.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. He is so chill right now. Wow.
He is.
Wow, bud.
He's such a good boy.
Can't wait for Ides, man. So we have the weekend figured out. Like whenever Ides of March is, the date escapes me. I'm still coming to grips that President's Day just happened.
What
Yeah.
is the date of it?
Hmm?
What is the date of it?
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Oh.
I met Brian Jacques Was too young to think to ask for a signature.
Who's Brian?
Say what? Who dat, Adam?
Redwell Badger.
There's Stream Elements chiming in. Sounds good.
Thank
Sounds
you,
good.
Stream Elements.
You guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, re-up for this year. You don't have to fundraise right now, is whatever makes sense for you, but yeah, there is your like a Redwall Badger, Redwall author. I saw a badger and I was like, badger, 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 badger. My brain went a totally different direction. He's such a good little man.
Yes, he is. I love him.
All right. Well, guys, thank you all so much for... There's a better look. There he is. There's the man. Yeah, so Hammy Cam is going to make a return next week. But here's a little preview, little teaser. He's so chill right now. I love it. Formalize that and the event needs... Yeah, Wisp, I hear that. I hear that, dude. Can someone confirm the day? Or is the date still up in the air? I don't know if we were actually going to do it on the actual Ides of March day.
Oh,
Still in the air? Sounds
that's,
good.
That's good because I think the Ides of March is usually in the teens, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's race day weekend.
Ooh, yeah, we got to plan around that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 15th. Okay. Still in the air? Sounds good. We'll negotiate on that. That sounds really good. Okay. I'm feeling pretty accomplished, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Days and locales. Perfect. And also too, you know what? Thank you all for tuning in for our very first ever Lego build stream.
Mm-hmm.
First time we've done that, and we'll see how this goes. We've been going at a good clip. We might have some left over. We might not. We've been having a blast with this during our downtime. So
Yeah, we have.
I'll probably feature it if we do have it finished by next week Tuesday, and we play a game next Tuesday's stream. Then we'll show this off if it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Always appreciate seeing you all. Nikki was here at the start for YouTube. It's good to see her. Blind, if you passed out because of work tomorrow, you got work tomorrow. 100%. Always good seeing you. Wisp, thank you for helping put together Ides of March this year. Really excited about that, and I'd love to pick you guys' brains on Discord about different ways after Ides of March that we can celebrate our 15-year anniversary as a team. I redid the numbers, and we did officially cross over $140,000 raised all time for children's hospitals and their patients. So this is what we do this for. If you're new to this, watching this live or watching this later, we exist because Extra Life exists to raise money for children's hospitals through gaming. And so we started in 2011, but Extra Life has been around since 2008. Started with a girl named Tori. She was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. She beat it. It was in remission, and then it came back with a vengeance. While she was getting treatment, Sarcastic Gamer, those group of dudes, led by Jeremy Doc Adams, decided to create a game drive for games for Tori and everyone else to play. I believe they're at Texas Children's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, Tori lost her battle with cancer, or her second bout, I think, second or third bout with the leukemia. It was just super aggressive. And so she passed from it. And in her honor, we decided to launch Extra Life, or Doc did, and CMN Hospitals did as well. And so since then, it went from that game drive for Texas Children's to raising money nationwide in the US and Canada for all 170 Miracle Children's Network hospitals. And so we've been there almost since the beginning, but we've had friends and family treated at children's hospitals, had their lives saved. We have friends and family, but we also have teammates who have been treated. And so what was really cool was that one of the reasons I was playing New Vegas lately was because one of our teammates, Josh, he was diabetic and he passed away in 2018. And so his family said, hey, Sean, we would be honored if you would take on some of his games. And so we play those and just to remember him and to honor him. Little Big Planet 2 online levels, with like the robot wrestling things, like those levels were hilarious. but he also had there's some great Switch classics. I think Double Dash, Donkey Konga for sure. But he had New Vegas and Fallout 4 and Gran Turismo 5, so that's why it's been on my radar this year to play those, just in his honor. So we have teammates that have been treated. Some of them got better, some of them story ended differently than we wanted to, but we do this in honor of and in memoriam of so many people as the years have gone on. It's become more personal and deeper cause because of it. So thank you all for being part of it in any capacity. And yeah, I think it's just a good way to wrap up. But if you guys have a chance to take a step tonight, if it's re-registering for this year, we got the Stream Elements link. If it's buying some apparel, our Redbubble link is open as well. Our chatbot has been active tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, I don't know if that's working on YouTube. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, we're also restreaming. So starting last week, I'm running out of words. Live streaming, not just on Twitch, but YouTube as well. So, yeah, just tinkering with things, getting bigger and better. So thank you all for being part of it. We're going to sign off for tonight. So Shelly can save Midgar and maybe I'll start trying to save New England. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And, Adam,
you're the best.
double fisting, baby. Let's go. Thank you
Thanks,
so much,
friend.
guys. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch you next time.